You're signed up now. Yeah, sorry. What were you saying? I don't have anybody in yet. Yep. There's nothing. There's nothing. You're gonna have to go old school and just go to the forest and start cutting down some trees. Yeah, here's a bucket of sand. Here's an axe. Here's a shovel. Who backed out, Jen? Jen, yeah. She messaged me and said she has a big bad migraine anyway, so. It's Sean and Espinoza. He just showed me a list. Yeah. David and Espinoza. Yeah. Sean. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he said that. I'm sure he said that. You know what I realized since doing all these things? I don't do enough jump squats. Should start my whole day like that every day. It's like when Nick did his wrestling class last week. What's up, Sean? He started with headstands. It's just like, let's warm up first.
How you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
We're just going to wait for David Espinoza to show up, and then we'll get started. So if you want to stretch, anything you want, we'll just take a minute, wait for David to come, and then we'll get started. Oh, you froze on me. I probably froze. Are we? And I'm back. Sorry, that crashed on me there. We're just gonna wait for for David Espinoza to show up, and then we'll get started. Okay, so if you want to stretch or move around or do whatever you want for a minute, once David pops in, we'll get started. Okay. I don't know if any of that went through or not.
Okay.
And we get our internet fixed tomorrow, so hopefully we're gonna be avoiding these freezing issues from here on out. But like I said, we're gonna wait for David Espinoza to show up. If he doesn't show up in a minute, then we'll just get started. Actually, I'll sit here and just click them in. Let's start with the jumping jacks. Let's start moving. Okay, might as well start moving. I'll wait here for David. I'll click them in. Yeah, jumping jacks.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Good. It's moving my wrist. It's weird.
Stride jumps. Stride jumps. Yes. Switching our feet. Shuffling them backwards and forwards. Both of our feet land on the floor. Almost just like you're switching stances. Left foot forward, right foot forward. Left. Yes, there we go. Nice adjustment. And seal jacks for in and outs. Seal jacks, in and out. Seal jacks. Yes, nice. And running on the spot, knees up. Running on the spot, knees up.
Nuts. Nuts.
And 1, 2, 3, step and swoop. Just a little stretch. Little stretch. 1, 2, 3, step and swoop. 1, 2, 3, step and swoop. Little stretch. Get that blood in there. Make sure those toes are up. That lead leg is straight. Butt is back. Back is straight. Chest is up.
Keep it straight.
Toes up.
You don't close ground.
Toes up. Yeah, lead toes up. So don't lunge, don't lunge. You want to, that front leg should be straight. That lead leg should be straight. And we're just coming back like a little swoop. Okay, high knee pull into the chest. High knee pull into the chest. Bending our hip forward.
Consider fixing Wi-Fi tomorrow. Who'll get better? Coach Paul said they're fixing the Wi-Fi.
1, 2, 3, kicking the foot into the hand. A little press as we pop up. Yeah, there's somebody coming in tomorrow to like drop some hotspots or something. Some things to increase or even bring Ethernet cables. I don't know what they're doing, but I've been promised the internet will be fixed by tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, you're skipping around.
Let's open the door. Open the door.
That one feels good.
Now let's close the door. 1, 2, 3. I'm closing the door now. Now I'm coming out and in.
Oh, I did that.
Frankensteins.
Cross.
Heel to hip. Keep that foot flexed. I want to feel this in my glute.
I gotta pull this up.
I'm lifting my knee up and doing a little twist. 1, 2, 3, knee up and I twist. 1, 2, 3, knee up and I'm twisting. Exhale on my twist. Twisting. Twisting. Okay, now lunge and twist. Lunge and twist. Now when we lunge, we put a hand on our leg and we're reaching and rotating through. Come back up, hand on the leg, stretching. We open opposite side of the leg and rotate all the way open. Again, big lunge. Point. Okay, both hands on the inside now, elbow down, open up towards the leg. So now we switch and open towards the leg. Yeah, popping up, down, and face the leg this time. Good work. Good work, step back up, switch sides. Breathe. And time. Okay, so if it's just the three of us, we're gonna do a little walking drill on our partner's hips. So one partner's standing up, the other partner's on their back with their feet on the hips. I'm gonna try to think of a quick and clever way of how to simulate this. Give me 1 second. Okay. My partner's hips are higher than I want them to be, but just imagine that this is my partner's hip line. And I'm on my back like this. I'm just stepping on my partner's opposite hip, lifting and switching. So it's like I'm doing my top leg hip switch, but I'm marching on my partner's hips, lifting and turning. Okay, so I'm just walking on my partner's hips, moving myself. So it's like a top leg hip switch, but on our partner's hips instead of on the floor. Okay, so let's do 10 back and forth on each side. So one partner goes first and then the other partner goes. So one partner has to be standing up. Yeah.
I'll stand up. Okay.
One partner's laying back.
So nice.
So hip. Across.
Put it here, put this here, and step across and switch.
This way.
Yep, you're gonna
Is that
step on
right?
his hip. Yep, but you want to step on his actual hip. So use the ball of your foot, step on him, lift your hips up, and actually turn yourself on the other side. Yeah, up and switch, and then walk your right foot over to Ashan's right hip, and you're always going crossbody. You froze on me again, to be honest. Oh, we're back now. Okay. So you see how you're putting your heel on?
And what?
So watch.
Yep.
I'll do it on some smaller hips now. So right now, say I'm like this with my balls of my feet on my partner's hips, not my heels. Okay, you're kind of stepping your heels on. So if this is each hip, look, I'm going to step across. So I actually put my toes down. I put my toes down and I lift my hip and switch before I step across, lift and switch.
This way.
Yeah.
Better, 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 but more of your foot on Ashan's hip and thigh. Like step on him. He is what you're standing on. So even walking a little bit closer, Ashan, bend your knees, be nice and solid base for your dad to walk on. This is better. This is better. Drive and move that hip side to side. Nice work. That's it. Now we're getting there. Now we're there.
No.
And switch it up.
10. Very solid.
And just pummel that leg back over top of Sean. I might be choppy because y'all just froze on me again. La da da da. Hey, you froze again. Oh, you're back. Okay, sorry, you froze. Okay, we're back. We're back. Let's just try to keep our hips a little bit higher up. Jatinder, can we just walk a little bit closer? Walk a little bit closer just so Ashan has more to press off of. Yeah. Yes. Don't fall and then replace your foot. Try to get your foot over the second you turn. So there isn't any dead time. You know what I mean? I don't want to be flat on the floor as soon as I step in march. So, but even if you feel Ashan slide away, just walk a little bit in. Just walk forward a little bit just to follow him.
Yeah, I just can't go back too far, Paul. There's a.
Oh, no, I know.
So
So it's going to be a slight little game that you guys play with each other, making sure that Ashan doesn't really go back too far and only stays on the spot, but then also keeps himself up and nice and high. Nice.
Good. Push hard against here.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Walk forward, back. Forward.
No, stop pulling me. You can't walk forward.
Good work. Good work. And time. We're going to do a hand assist now. So it's still the same thing. Like when we pummel our legs and stuff, you're essentially just pummeling your foot back over on the hip. This time we're still in the same position where I'm laying down and my feet are on my partner's hips. But this time my partner's just moving my foot.
Okay.
So like we're here. I'm just grabbing his foot across and pulling it as if I'm about to pass. As soon as I'm about to pass, this foot does a little limp over top and then walks the hips back in. Then I kind of grab to the side like I'm going to pull. I pull the hip like I'm going to move. I don't step all the way in right now. I'm just pulling it to the side. This leg pummels itself back over, and then you walk yourself back in. Okay?
So are you stepping to the close hip?
I'm just ever so slightly stepping
Are
laterally.
you stepping to the close hip?
I'm stepping laterally towards the same side of the leg I'm peeling. So if I'm peeling off of my left hip, I'm moving towards my left. I'm not stepping linear. Like I'm not trying to cut in. Go. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just talking on your back.
Yeah.
So to recover from that, you would do like almost like a top leg step over. Are you stepping to the far leg or the close leg?
Close leg. I'm stepping to the close hip to anchor, and then I'm gonna pull my bottom leg through to the far hip.
Okay.
On the hips. And then I'm going to step to the side. No,
Yeah, you're gonna use your hand to pull his leg off. Pull it to the opposite hip. So think like your opposite hand reaches across to the ankle, and then you're doing kind of like a leg drag, like you're just peeling. Yes, pull it, and now your left foot would pummel over top, Ashan. Step, no, close hip. Yeah, and then no, it is the far hip. It totally is the far hip. And then you just switch as you walk back in, depending on how far your partner steps. Yeah, walk yourself back in and adjust. Yeah. Pass the step.
Am I having to pull both of his legs?
No, I only pull the one leg just for the drill. I pull the one leg, it kind of knocks the other leg away, pummel in and readjust. 1, 2. Switch, 1, 2. Yeah. Move yourself as well, Jatinder. Kind of take a lateral step each time. I pull his leg, I take a lateral step. Yeah. Yeah, right there. And then you have to follow with the hip. That looks a lot better.
Pull this way. Not pull this way.
Keep going, guys.
This way. Ow. This way.
Am I missing?
Yeah, you're missing. Go on the leg. There. That's good. That's good. Pull off it now. There you go. Okay, I'm going to pull this and I'm going to pull off. So as I'm actually grabbing this leg, I'm going to pull that leg forward.
Yes.
Just wait till I actually pull. There. Now I'm going to pull this leg forward. Okay. Pull this leg forward. Pull this leg forward. Right. Want to switch?
Sure. Can we switch?
Switch.
All right.
Yeah, up it. Yep, I'm down.
So you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm grabbing this
Opposite
over.
leg.
And then you step to your
Oh,
right. Yeah,
yes.
boom, catch. If he's so far, Jatinder, if he's so far to the side, just catch the close hip. Whatever you can anchor yourself
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
Readjust both your
So it
feet so
should
you're
be
standing on his
opposite, right?
hips.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see how he's hooking his heel all the way to the outside of the hip? Let me see. Finish, go.
Yeah.
So start from the beginning again. But what it looks like your dad's hooking, so his left heel would come to the outside. Step the ball of your left foot onto his far hip that time. No, you're fine. I can see. I'm just worried that your dad's foot is passing your hip. I just want to make sure it steps. It steps. Doesn't matter where you step. Step on them, and lift your hips back up and swing back in. So even there, Sean, you see how his foot's past your hip? I don't want, so go Jatinder, step over with the right leg pummels over. See how it passed your hip?
Yeah, I see.
I want that right foot stepping on your hip.
Right.
Okay, like I
so
want
what
that
he's saying is you're using. Yeah, he's saying that you're on the outside, right? And you're
Okay.
using that leverage that way, but he's saying push against me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just step on like my thigh or my hip.
thigh your
Okay.
hip, like you're trying to
Pull
squish
this way.
squish a bug or something. Bring
Here.
that left leg over.
Yeah. there you
Yes,
go.
yes. And then replace your feet right away. Step, swing, bring that leg over, replace.
What are you doing?
He's going back to the first drill. Push, pull, step, boom, right leg over, readjust, left leg, right leg, boom, boom. Put your feet back to normal. Swing that left leg over, 1, 2, step, step, back to normal. But you need those feet on his hips. You doing okay down there?
Yeah.
Straight from back. You got the technique though.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm good.
If it hurts your back, man, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, it's just tighten up a little bit, but I'm good. I got the movement.
Okay, so watch. We're going to hit our tripod sweep from this. So we're going to push and pass our partner's leg this time. So we push, and this time we're going to take that full step past our partner's legs. So the feet are up. I'm going to push. As I step cross body, I pull the leg past. So I'm standing at line with my partner's hips. Okay, this time, when our partner pushes our legs away, see how this works. Let's see how this works. Work in progress, guys. Boom. Okay. We're here, and he passes my hips. He's all the way here. I'm framing, and then I shrimp, like I'm trying to turn and face my partner. My bottom hand anchors on my partner's ankle as my top leg swings back over to my partner's hip. I'm going to lift, pulling myself in, and I switch myself back. Okay, my partner passes my hip. I'm shrimping. My leg comes over top. Again, if it's my left leg on his hip, my right hand is anchoring on his ankle. And then I'm lifting. I switch my hands as I bring myself back in. Ideally, my opposite foot would go behind his knee, and I'm tripping to push. Okay, so again, he passes. Boom. Block the hip on the shin, and I shrimp. Create space facing my partner. I'm stepping in. My hand switches as my knee comes through. And then I'm going to go behind. And I push and pull to sweep my partner over. Okay?
Okay.
So whichever hand is holding the ankle, that's the same side where your foot will be on the hip, and your opposite leg goes behind the knee. Let's just make sure we have enough space because we are going to do a trip right now. Push and pass. Step your right leg towards his hip.
Right
So
leg towards
so
hip.
almost like you're on knee on belly, like right leg would be by the hip, left leg would be posted out. Push the knees in. Yeah, you'd have to let go of his legs. Sean, your hands would be blocking his shin. You're shrimping. Left foot goes on his hip. No, here, yeah. So, but I don't want to let go of his ankle. So for this, we're going to try to keep ourselves anchored on our partner. So originally our right hand was on his shin.
Yeah.
So we're going to maneuver ourselves close to our partner's leg. So just push and pull. Jatinder, let's pass. Yeah, step, step. Shrimp. Boom. So left hand would be holding the ankle. Left foot is on his hip. And then your right foot would be behind the knee. But our left hand will not have a thumb. Let's just kind of hook the ankle. So you're ever so slightly leaning towards your left side. So you're leaning towards your left side. So your left hand is hooking his ankle, no thumb, as low as possible. Yeah, left foot is pushing on his hip.
Okay.
Left foot is on his hip,
Yep.
right on his hip, and right foot is behind the knee.
Yep.
Right foot is behind the knee. Yeah, your right hand would be
It
looking
is.
for a wrist control, but it's not necessary. Your right hand doesn't have to be doing anything, but we're going to push with our left foot and pull with our left hand. Okay, so you're essentially straightening out your dad's right leg. You do
Okay,
pull with your, you do the tripod sweep. You pull with your right foot, pull with your left hand, and push with your left foot. So you're doing a scissoring motion with your legs. And you sit his butt down. Yeah, just be
Moving
careful.
that way.
Yeah, yes, you are
Yeah.
going backwards.
Oh.
Yeah, push and pull, and then use that to get up. You want to use that momentum on your way back up. Okay, theoretically, you would stand up and pass, Ashan. Okay,
Oh,
come
okay.
back up. We want to use the momentum, and it's kind of like a Hickson sit-up. Like when, ow. Like when I push,
Yeah.
my foot that is on his hip, like my straight leg, is the one that's going to tuck underneath for that Hickson sit-up. So like if I was like this,
Yeah.
if I was like this, like my left leg is pushing, as my right leg pulls, I'd push, this tucks, and then I'd sit up like this to be in between my partner's legs. Okay?
Oh,
So
yeah.
just think whichever leg is the one pushing.
Okay. Got
If
it.
I'm here, pushing and pulling, as soon as I feel them fall, I tuck, and then I sit up. Okay, let's give that a try.
Push in. This way.
Step, step.
Legs go. Go across.
Oh, I forgot the shrimp. That's why.
Adjust.
That's
So
fine, go,
there's
go,
there's two things that's happening here, Ashan. Two things is happening. Okay. So one.
Yeah.
And probably what's making it feel the most weird. Okay. If you look, so it's kind of happening from Jatinder. When we pass the legs, one, and I step by the hip and step here, I'm directly in line with my partner's hips,
Oh,
where
okay.
Jatinder's kind of turning here.
Now, yeah.
Right? And that's making it kind of awkward. So if we're
Okay.
still here, like we're going to be here attacking, this is going to feel a little more natural.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, let's go. Pushing in. Go this way.
Pulling the legs. Post, shrimp. Yeah. Go to the close hip for that one. Go to the close hip. When you bring your left leg back over. Yeah.
Okay.
Your left hand wouldn't connect until you fully do that swing. Like you get the momentum from switching your legs through, and then it's like, and you fall and grab the ankle.
Oh, okay.
So it's the right hand is connected, the left foot goes on, and then when I push and lift and switch, that's when my hands go. Swing, yes, behind the knee with the right foot.
And here, wrist.
Yeah.
Watch out. Just move this way. Okay.
I'm good.
Yes. Better. And then even from there, I would knee cut pass. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off. It's just the Wi-Fi. But which one tucks underneath when you go to do the Hickson sit up?
The foot pushing on the hip.
Okay, got it.
Straight leg.
Again.
Okay.
Go again.
We'll do it one more time, then you go.
It's okay. Don't worry about me. You practice. Go this way. Do this. Go.
1, 2, push and pull. The wrist isn't important, but if it's there, take it. Extend that left leg. Tuck it right away. Yes. Even right from there, you'd be controlling the knees, kind of popping up, and then going for your own pass right away. Just think of all the knee cut passes we do where we go to the split squat, we get the underhook, and we slide through.
Okay.
Okay?
So, you want to switch?
Yeah, let's switch.
Get this, and then we'll move on.
Twist.
Just
Shrimp, shrimp,
Like
shrimp.
this?
Hands on the shins, hands on the shins. No, other way. You
Okay.
want to shrimp towards the camera. Shrimp away,
Yeah.
make space. Yes. That way it's a little bit more simple for our left leg to swing over. Left leg goes to the close hip. Close hip, close hip. Go to the other one. Just step on it with your toes. Yes. Pause. Right foot behind the knee. Left hand grabs. So just lean a little bit more on your side. So instead of being flat on your back, kind of go on your left shoulder a little bit. Yeah, right foot's behind the knee. No, other shoulder. Left shoulder.
Left shoulder.
Yeah. So it's a little bit easier for you to reach down,
Left
grab
shoulder.
that foot. Yeah. You're not all the way on your left shoulder. What I'm saying is instead of being straight back, because you're reaching for that hand, like I'm just ever so slightly going to tilt. So it's going to be easier for my left hand to make contact with Ashan's ankle. Yeah. That right foot should stay behind the knee. Yeah. And push and pull. Push him back with that left foot. No thumbs with that left hand, ideally. You got to hold on to that ankle. Hold on to that ankle. Don't let go of that thing. There's no pull with that right foot. Pull with that right knee. Yes. Nice. Boom.
Okay, we're good.
Wait, you
Okay.
don't want to do it again?
Next one. I'm more concerned about him getting the technique down. I'm just
I
the
get
dummy here.
I get it. So let's just practice regarding really quick. So we're going to be in side control and we're just working our frames, bridging to shrimp, and we're going to swing and pull ourselves back in. We're going to go back over our Kimura and stuff like that from closed guard, but I want to get us there first. So again, eye control, where our partner's underneath our head and our arm. We're making sure our hands are on the inside. I'm framing the shoulders and the hips. And then I'm bridging in as I push, and then shrimp out. I'm using my foot, just like when we shrimp, push and pull, Sean. I'm gonna shrimp out and pull myself back in to try to get my guard back. Okay, so let's just get our reps on each side, maybe 3 to 5 on each side really quick, getting our guard back, and then we'll get right into our attack.
Could you do it one more time? You just cut out for a lot of that. Thank you.
So we're side control. I'm framing the shoulders.
Yeah.
I want to be across the shoulder line, across the hip line. I'm not just sliding on the floor. I bridge into my partner as I push, and that allows me to make the space to shrimp myself out. My foot, just like when we're in class doing the pushing and the pulling with the one foot, we're going to push, and look, we pull ourselves back in. I'm trying to bring my inside knee to touch my elbow right here. So my inside leg comes in. I'm going to throw myself over top, adjust my body, and pummel back out. And then from here, we can go right in for our sit-up sweep and all those other things that we were working before. Oh, you're frozen. I probably froze then.
Okay, we were lost for about 7-8 seconds. We'll just try it. Yeah, we'll just try that one.
Okay,
Let's go to
so side control. Ashan's on his back. Jatinder, your left arm's under his head, right arm's under the armpit. Yeah, let's have our right elbow on the floor, Jatinder. Right elbow on the floor, a little less space. Yeah, left arm's under the head. Jatinder, your left arm's, no, that's your right arm. Right arm's under the armpit. Left arm's under the head. Okay, so Ashan, we're framing the shoulders and hips. We're bridging into your dad. Bridge first. Don't just shrimp. We got to bridge and lift our hips up and shrimp away as you push. Now let's slide that right knee inside, left leg over. Yes, that's it. Just rep that out really quick, a few on each side.
Okay.
Frames right away. Frames are strong. Push, pull. So when we bring ourselves back in, we really got to be thinking about our opponent's posture. We don't want our opponent to have good posture so he can hit us or anything like that. We want to make sure we keep him in a small little ball. So I'm framing the shoulders and hips. After I push and I pull myself back in, my hand that was on his hip kind of slides up the lat and I get a gable grip on my partner's shoulder. Yeah, yeah. I reach that underneath over his shoulder, get my hands together, and I pull his shoulder across my body. So yes, because I want to try to keep this posture as I'm pulling myself back in to get my guard back. So imagine I'm shrimping the frame. Your right knee came in across the hip. When you kind of pressed to re-angle yourself and square up, that's when we would slide up to control that shoulder grip.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that kind of helps get the reaction of your partner sitting up aggressively and big push. So do that again. Do that again. So you're bridging, but you're not pushing with your hands. I really want you to kind of bridge and push away, like not bench like we're lifting straight up. You're just deflecting him away from you and you're shrimping out. Yeah, bring that bottom knee back in. Boom, boom. Control that arm. We lost it already. We lost it already. Yeah, pull it across your body. Palms together. Palms together.
Yeah.
Yeah, no fingers, no thumbs. And then that's it. I just pull across and I keep that tight. My legs should be closed. That's it for right now. That's it for right now.
Okay. Other side.
Try it again, no?
Other side.
Try it. Okay. Okay, then you turn this way. Okay. So I'm gonna have this arm down, this arm here, right?
Left knee in, right leg over, control that shoulder.
Shoulders over. Lock down the shoulder.
No, no, no. I'm talking about, yeah, Sean, you control that shoulder. You see how you're kind of in the middle of his tricep with your left arm? Yeah, exactly, exactly. You want to be touching his lat, like you're so close to his back and your hand comes, yeah, exactly where you just had your hand. Yes, because we can get more rotation with that.
Yeah, because that's loose otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah, the other way, I was even about to call that out. It looks like your dad can just noodle his arm right out of there. You want to be controlling the shoulder. Like if I can show it on the dummy, I don't know if it'll do it justice. But when I'm like here, you know, I'm here, shrimping in, leg comes over. This literally slides up. My hand comes in and I just control. So once I extend and I'm turning, this hand is already stuck up here on my shoulder. It's going to give us a nice simple attack where we can armbar him if he's aggressive with holding our head. Okay, so let's just try to control that shoulder a little bit more. I don't know how we only have 7 minutes left, man. This class got by fast. Control, control. Pull that shoulder. Look, he's going to pull that arm right out. He's going to pull that arm right out. Look at our right elbow. My right elbow should still be in front of your dad's face. Like you're only, yes. And I'm pulling that across. I want him to do this.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's still loose though. Yeah.
It is still loose though. You're
There. I think that's a little more tight. Is this arm just supposed to be loose here? Because I don't feel like he has any strength with this arm here.
I'm just rotating and lifting my left elbow up, right elbow down, and I'm kind of leaning into it like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is locked. This is locked.
Okay.
That was good. That was better.
So watch, let's just get right into this.
Yep.
So when I have this position, and we're up here, and I have this control, I'm here. I'm going to try to shrimp to the side, and I want to throw my inside of my leg on my partner's back. So I'm still going to keep this tight. I just grab my triceps, And now I try to bring my knee behind my partner's shoulder. And then from here, you squeeze your elbow in, and then we attack the arm bar that's trapped on our shoulder. Okay? So get yourself exactly to that position again, and then I'll walk you through it, just because the dummies have really short arms, so it's hard to make it look okay. Oh, I guess I just broke up a whole bunch. You're back. No, it froze again. You're back.
Let's go back.
Yeah, let's go back to that exact position, and then I'll move your body to where it needs to go.
Stop standing.
Shrimp, knee in.
No. Knee in, Sean. Knee in more.
No, you're good. You're good here. Lift that elbow up and pull it over to the side. Yeah. So even here, you're going to ever so slightly shrimp your hips out to the left. It's almost like you split your hips. I don't actually put my foot on the floor, but I shift my hip out to the left, and I bring the inside of my left thigh behind your dad's shoulder. So I pinch my knee up on his back, and I keep my left foot facing down. So your knee comes up towards his shoulder, left knee. Yeah, but you see how your leg is across his back? Put your shin in line with his spine. It's frozen, so I'm just waiting for it to kind of.
The knee is up higher.
Yes, yes, that's nice. That's nice. But pinch it in on his back. You want to create that pressure on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm still rotating his arm a little bit. So now look, your hands are together. I'm going to slide and grab a tricep to tricep grip. So my head kind of slides back a little bit. Think my head and neck is controlling my partner's wrist. My knee and thigh are controlling my partner's shoulder. And then my tricep to tricep grip is controlling my partner's elbow. So I want to look at all 3 points of contact of my partner's arm. To be honest, it froze again. So I'm waiting. Oh, I got movement. Okay, no, there we go. But you see, look, you see how you're holding your hands. I need to go tricep to tricep with my grip. Your right foot should be on your dad's hip now. So put the sole of your right foot on your dad's hip. Bend your knee into your chest just so you can get a little bit of a push. Extend your hips into them a little bit so you slide back. Like you want to extend your, but don't fall back. You see how you fell flat on your back? Stay on your right shoulder. Stay on your right shoulder. You can't let his arm come back in front of you.
Yep.
Tuck that right shoulder underneath you. Yeah, get that left knee up behind his back. Tricep to tricep with your grip. But you see how his arm's bent. I need to be hipping in so I straighten out his arm. But you see how your knee still needs to be pinching his shoulder to the floor. His shoulder looks like it has a lot of freedom to move. Your left knee, that needs to keep that posture. I grab both of my triceps. Like this. I dig that in. You're pulling your elbows towards your hip. You need to rotate a little bit more so you're actually pulling on the opposite side of your dad's elbow, because right now it just looks like you're going to bend his arm. We need to adjust a little bit. This looks a little bit better, more promising. And instead of pulling into your chest, almost kind of pull towards the floor. So his shoulder should be squished down, and we just get that pressure in on the elbow.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, if you feel it, actually tap. And you kind of hip into it ever so slightly, and you want to imagine like you're pulling that right into that space there on the floor. Don't let go with your legs. Your legs are always pinching. Everything's tight. Don't lean your head towards the floor because I don't want to rotate. My head kind of stays up, and it's a slight movement, literally just like this. I just pull in with my elbows, and the tap should be right there. Just like that. But my legs stay pinching. Like if his shoulder has room to rotate, yep.
The question, should his right heel be my hip?
Yes.
His right heel should be
yes, the right foot should be on the hip to keep distance.
Down tight. There. That's better.
To keep the distance and the separation, that knee's pinching behind. Yeah, tricep to tricep, and you kind of pull that left elbow towards the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're talking. That slight rotation, as soon as you turn and pull it in, perfect.
I had to work for that.
It's only the first one, bro, and it gets easier every time. Let's try to hit that again really quick. Try to hit that again really quick. We're collecting higher, closer to his shoulder. Yeah, that's better. Shrimp, little slide. Yeah, right foot on the hip. Left knee collapses behind his shoulder. Squish him. Squish him with those knees. Shoulder,
Wow.
tricep to tricep. Get that space. You extend his arm. His arm needs to be straight. Right?
Okay.
We're controlling the wrist, elbow, and shoulder.
Still
Yeah.
loose though, here.
Pinch, slight rotation like you're pulling your left elbow towards the floor. Our legs look loose. Our legs look loose. I would pinch the knees in a little bit more, but go back to close guard.
Okay.
Go back to close guard really quick. Let's say our partner's hands are on the floor by our hips. No, just our partner's hands are on the floor. Okay, hand on the wrist, Deshaun. Doesn't matter which side. Same side, hand on the wrist. Slight shrimp to the opposite side. Let's sit up and onto our elbow and reach over his shoulder. Other side of his head. In front of his face. In front of his face. Instead of reaching behind his head, reach in front. Like start from the beginning again. Like I want to reach across. Like this. So not like this. Just over the shoulder. So not this. But this. Yes. And then over his arm. You're going to pull that elbow back and we're looking for that Kimura. Yeah. Push his hand into the pocket. Switch our hips out back to the right. Your butt should come to the right a little bit. Right leg goes over his back. Yes. We keep his elbow locked into our chest.
Yeah.
Our own elbow squishes his shoulder down just like our knee did. Perfect. Let's hit one on the other side.
Yeah.
Hit one on the
Well,
other side.
I just thought that. No, I was just saying that when he pulled me in, I actually transferred all my weight to my shoulder, and then in that sense, I couldn't move my hips at that point, and then he just pinched it. That
So
was
good.
He had to pull me up.
Yes. We have to get the
Yeah.
off balancing. We just need to make sure to really get our leg over top so our partner doesn't use that forward momentum to kind of jump and roll with our pressure. Okay, so we just need to close that over top of his back
Yeah,
to kind of
yeah.
eliminate any escape. Okay, but let's hit that one more time. I didn't realize it was 6:47. Let's go one more time for that Kimura from close guard. Partner has his hand on the floor. Floor's lava. Yeah. So shift ever so slightly to the, yes. Reach over, come up on your elbow, up on your elbow, up onto your left elbow. Yes, reach over his arm. Push his hand into the pocket as you peel his elbow out. Yes, get the rotation, switch your butt out to the left right away. Left leg over, yes. Pause, let's pull his elbow into our sternum. Okay, his elbow into our sternum. Our right elbow squishes his shoulder down. Right, our right elbow pinches, and then it's just a slight rotation for the finish. Yes, that's nice. Perfect. Okay, guys, I gotta get cleaning over here. Get ready for the next. I gotta teach Nick's wrestling class next. But awesome, that was great. Great work, you guys.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thank
Hey,
you. That
thank
was
you.
amazing.
I'm glad you guys had fun. I like that it just turned out to
great.
be this little semi-private right here. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Private classes.
Hey, let's go. I'm not mad at it. I'm just happy to see
Bye,
some
bye.
faces. Bye, Sean. Bye, Jatinder.